What happens when two nations join forces to patrol disputed waters? In the South China Sea, a storm is brewing. Tensions are rising as disputes between China and other countries, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, and Brunei, escalate. The waters, claimed almost entirely by China, have become a stage for power plays and strategic maneuvers. Recently, the Chinese Coast Guard's aggressive actions towards a Philippine vessel have stirred the pot. Australia, the Philippines, and the United States have responded with a show of unity and strength. The three nations are considering joint patrols in the disputed sea, a move aimed at mitigating tensions and preventing China from escalating the situation. The Philippine Coast Guard has increased its presence in the region, ordering suspected Chinese militia to leave contested waters. Australia and the Philippines have even conducted military drills, simulating the retaking of an enemy-controlled island. This joint military action, a response to China's assertiveness, is not just about the present, it is a clear message for the future. With the South China Sea becoming a hotbed of contention, joint military action seems to be the order of the day. Enter the unprecedented move of joint patrols, a cooperative venture between the United States and the Philippines. In response to escalating tensions in the South China Sea, Australia and the Philippines made a bold decision, a decision that would see them consider joint patrols in these contentious waters. This move came in the wake of aggressive actions by the Chinese Coast Guard towards a Philippine vessel, actions that have not gone unnoticed by the global community. To prepare for the potential challenges ahead, a significant military exercise was conducted. This exercise saw the involvement of approximately 1,200 Australian soldiers and 560 Filipino Marines. The joint drills were a display of unity and strength, simulating the retaking of an enemy-controlled island. Imagine the sight: troops arriving in amphibious assault vehicles, parachuting from the sky and landing on board US Osprey aircraft. The air echoed with the roar of Australian F-35 fighter jets providing close air support, while Australian warships secured the surrounding waters. But the show of force didn't end there. The Philippine Coast Guard has also increased its presence in the disputed waters. They're out there patrolling the sea, ensuring the safety of their territory and sending a clear message to any would-be aggressors. In the face of rising tensions, these joint patrols represent a significant step forward. They're a testament to the power of cooperation and unity, and a clear signal to those who might consider infringing upon territorial rights. These joint patrols signify a new era of cooperation and a firm stand against territorial infringements. As expected, China has not remained silent on this issue. Responding to the joint patrols by the US and the Philippines, China has asserted its claim to the South China Sea. It has consistently maintained that the vast majority of these waters are its own territory, despite competing claims from other nations such as the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, and Brunei. China has also issued a stern warning to the United States. It has urged the US to abstain from meddling in what it perceives as a purely Asian dispute. This has been seen as an attempt by China to minimize the influence of external powers in the region and handle the issue on its own terms. The Chinese stance is unequivocal. It asserts that it will not tolerate any actions that it perceives as a threat to its territorial sovereignty and maritime rights in the South China Sea. The Chinese ministry has made it clear: any actions that undermine China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests will not be tolerated. So, what could be the potential implications of these joint patrols? Well, the most immediate outcome could be the escalation of tensions in the South China Sea. As countries band together to challenge China's territorial claims, this could provoke a stronger reaction from Beijing, potentially leading to a more volatile situation. On the other hand, these joint patrols could foster increased cooperation between countries in the region. By standing united against any perceived territorial infringements, these nations are sending a clear message that they are willing to work together to uphold international law and maintain peace and stability in the region. Moreover, this move could be seen as a strong signal against territorial infringements. It reinforces the stance that any claims to the sea must be based on international law, not on might or coercion. However, it's important to remember that the South China Sea is not just a strategic waterway. It's also home to rich biodiversity and holds significant economic value for the nations that border it. The actions taken today could have long-lasting implications for the environment and the livelihoods of millions of people in the region. Only time will tell what these joint patrols will mean for the future of the South China Sea. But one thing is clear: the waters of dispute are far from calm.